So in the world of cricket, one of the latest big talking points have been organization of not T20 but T10 leagues. Well, we all know that there is a T10 tournament that is happening in the Abu Dhabi for the last few years. Now come to India, BCCI is also planning a T10 league. Of course, nothing has been made official yet, but sources have told NDTV that this league is being planned in the window or where the Champions League T20 used to be played once upon a time. How can a T10 league impact the IPL or Indian cricket ecosystem? I am joined at this hour by the father of IPL, Lalit Modi, to talk about it. Lalit, thank you very much for joining us and wish you a very, very happy new year. First thing first, we are talking about IPL, a decacorn this year. Can anything at all impact the value of IPL today? I mean, can realistically a T20 league have any impression on it?
Thank you, Rika, first for having me, and Happy New Year to you and to everyone, all of you and all the fans of cricket in India and around the world. I'm grateful to be here on this glorious day in 2024. I'm seeing that I can't see anything impacting IPL as IPL going forward, because IPL is, as I told you in 2008 when I launched it, is recession-proof, and I keep talking about it today. It is going to be the sport. It'll probably become the #1 sporting event in the world of all kinds in terms of viewership and in terms of revenue in the years going forward. What I see are signs which are going to actually destroy international cricket going forward. You have test-playing nations and core members of the ICC, which are the custodians of the game along with the associate members. All have cricket, and we all have to live together to grow the game of cricket. If we don't grow the game of cricket, cricket cannot only be played in India and nowhere else. First and foremost, there's test cricket, there's one-day cricket, and now there's T20 cricket. And people are contemplating T10. Okay, let's forget T10 for a minute, but one day itself is dying and should die, and people should concentrate more on the test cricket and T20 cricket. Allowing a new format to come in, like the T10, is extremely detrimental to the game, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, our T20 is brand new, it's only 15 years old. We're just getting in there and establishing ourselves. The teams are now starting to flourish. I would, if I had another window, which is amazing, because I created that window for the Champions League, I would take the T20 league and put it in a knockout system, but at the same time, launch a secondary league in the IPL where there are multiple teams in multiple states in the T20 format at a lower cost that come in, and the top 4 teams, say, of the secondary league qualify for this T20 knockout, and the IPL 10 teams, 2 are not allowed in, and there are 12 teams that go into the new format at the knockout tournament. That will actually increase the penetration of the T20 and make it the more stable, and also take it to the grassroots across the country. If you do a T10 league, if you only do a T10 league, you're cannibalizing on the T20, because the same players, same market are going to go in there, and it'll be cannibalizing, and that is going to be detrimental to the game.
Lalit, I understand that, you are talking about having another T20 tournament in that window, which could probably be more beneficial, as you see, than having a T10 tournament. But given the Champions League experiment not really having taken off, Champions League wasn't a success, do you think BCCI will take a chance with another T20 tournament, even if, one takes it internationally?
No, I'm not talking about internationally, I'm talking about domestically. If you're talking about a T10 tournament involving other countries, again, it's not going to work. In India, people are only going to watch the Indian teams. Now, if you're going to watch the Indian team, we have a window, and that window is the October window. Let's call it Diwali window, the Pataka season. Do a Pataka series. You can do it with you need the existing IPL team to get in there. But I would take that opportunity going forward of just giving another IPL tournament is to launch, the BCCI to launch at the same time as IPL throughout the year, a secondary league in secondary cities, where they sell the team in secondary cities, Jalandhar city, had a league. You know, Guwahati had a team. In Orissa, there is a team. In the Northeast, there is a team. In southern states, which don't have IPL, there's a team. Goa has a team. In Sholapur, there's a team. In Rajkot, there's a team. Baroda, there's a team. So you have multiple teams at a lower level.
So basically what you're talking about is a plate and an elite division. A Ranji Trophy kind of a format, but in IPL. Am I correct?
An IPL format and teams sold to private individuals in those cities. And those teams, but to be successful, play in a knockout tournament in October, along with the IPL team. But the bottom 2 IPL teams get out, and the top 4 teams in the secondary league is one format. You can look at multiple formats. And the idea is you involve existing IPL teams and you involve the secondary league in there. You have tournaments now coming up in Abu Dhabi. Tomorrow they're talking about Saudi Arabia, where there's lots of money paid by the government. At the cost
you have
of
your view on all these tournaments, Lalit. Tell us a little bit about these multitude of T10 and T20 tournaments that are taking place across the world today. And a lot of the cricketers I know personally, they want to leave international cricket to be a part of them because of the volume of money that they're offering.
Exactly. That is going to be completely detrimental to countries like England, New Zealand, to South Africa, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, Afghanistan, which is a newcomer and a very big newcomer. Why? Because all these countries, where the UAE, who have no stake in the game, if they needed a stake in the game, then there should be 7 local players in the UAE league. Let them develop their own grassroots. Let them have their own internal tournament like a Ranji Trophy for across the UAE to develop that. Similarly, in the US, which is again an associate member, have 7 US players. Then you're developing the grassroots, not by taking players from all over the world, repackaging them and putting them into an American league. That is just shifting revenue. That is just shifting costs and revenue and benefits to another country. So, that is completely not increasing the value of the game or increasing the fan base, or actually you're only trying to please the expatriate population in that country.
But Lalit, one of the things that BCCI has also said that it is probably a T10 tournament like this will probably benefit the other boards with its revenue because apart from India, England and Australia, every other board today is suffering, and they're saying that the revenue of this could help the other boards.
So in other words, you're telling, I don't know what the details are. From what I hear from you right now, this is the first I'm hearing, that the T10 tournament is going to be based upon international clubs participating in the T10 tournament. Am I right?
Yes.
If that is the case, it is completely doomsday day one, because there isn't a T10 ICC tournament globally, number one. All the member countries don't have a T10 format, number one. The T20 format, the Champions League, was a good format that I developed, but it was a 10-year contract. Tournaments don't develop at the same rate. They killed it, and they gave up the money back. I mean, the Board of Cricket of India, Australia and England, and Australia lost close to $1.5 billion because somebody decided to pull the plug. What happened to that? It was an agreement that I did with News Corp, which had no exit clauses. There was no exit allowed. That means if they decided to exit, they should pay $1.5 billion. I don't think we got that money. So that could have gone great ways in developing those boards. Now they want to introduce a T10 tournament. That is the most foolish thing I've heard, because none of these countries have a T10 tournament. Where are they going? They're going to start a new format and give them more money. Why? Why would people want to watch that tournament? So without those countries actually having clubs, having a T10 club in those countries, are going to come and play in India in October? I mean, that's really foolish. They have no brand loyalty, no fan loyalty, and you come into a totally new format. It's completely unheard of. I don't know what they're thinking. I think people sitting on the board have got so used to the amount of money that they're getting from the IPL that they're not using a thinking cap of understanding how to promote the game, elongate the game. It's the fan base, number one. Nothing else matters. Invest more in infrastructure. Take down Delhi Stadium. Break it down to the ground. Maybe you lose 2 years, but build a modern state-of-the-art stadium in the middle of the city, Firozshah Kotla, with escalators, food courts, the works, shopping mall in the 2 basements below, parking lots, go 5 basements below, a 6 basements below, no harm. It's in the middle of the city. Build a modern air-conditioned stadium that will benefit the city. They have the money to do that, but they want to do one little block here, one little block there, one little hospitality there. It doesn't work. Break it down, go out and put the money in that infrastructure,
Right,
not in anything else.
rebuilding completely and creating new infrastructure.
Same with the Wankhede.
Yeah. Before we go, I'll have to ask you this question, Lalit, since you are the father of IPL, you pretty much know what's written in the original IPL draft. Now, do the existing franchises have the authority to reject a new model that is a similar setup to IPL that they might perceive will be a competition to the existing league?
Yes, they do. They have the right. We have a non-competition clause in the agreement that I signed in 2008 that we will not compete for this tournament. And if we do compete, that they have the right to. I don't know. I haven't read the contract lately, but there is protection clauses in that contract going forward, and it's detrimental for the board. I don't know what the board is even thinking. They have a golden goose. They can take it 10 times what it is today. The IPL, the BCCI revenues can go 10 times what it is today, and I can sit there today without exaggeration. If I was running a thing, then I gave them a plan. I will tell you in that 3 years from now that TV rights won't double and go 4 times.
Well, Lalit, what you said right now is a decacorn can go to 10 times if BCCI is thinking right. But at the moment, the news that we are giving you is that the Board of Control for Cricket in India is thinking of getting in a new tournament in the form of T10 in the Champions League window. Thank you very much, Lalit Modi, for joining us and sharing your thoughts on NDTV.
Thank you very much.